I have with me three International Mathematics Olympiad winners. Tell me, when did you start preparing for International Mathematics Olympiad?
So I started preparing in grade 8.
A lot of students are afraid of mathematics.
I was never really scared. My father initially was very mathematically enthusiastic. My father also loved mathematics.
How do you suggest the curriculum has helped you?
Olympiads are very individually focused. Like almost everyone has a very different flavor on how to think about problems and how to just solve problems.
Achit, you are going to Oxford now.
Yeah.
Which courses do you want to do there?
I will be doing a double major in mathematics and computer science.
Did you use AI in your preparation of Olympiad training or anywhere?
I don't think it will have been much benefit to me, but it might be beneficial to someone.
How do you apply for IMO? What are the steps involved in it?
You start by registering for this exam called IOQM, Indian Olympiad Qualifier in Mathematics, which takes place in the month of September.
IQM is the first stage and then there are multiple more stages.
Okay.
IQM selects contestants regionally.
Okay.
It's like a computation contest, like 30 questions and 3 hours.
I have with me three International Mathematics Olympiad winners. Archit Manas, who has won IMO 2025 and IMO 2023 bronze medal. Arav Gupta, who has won gold medal at International Maths Olympiad 2025. And Kanav Talwar, again, who has won international gold medal at International Mathematics Olympiad 2025. All three students are from CBSE School TPS Faridabad. Welcome all the three, the shining stars from India who have made us proud to CBSE podcast.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So I will start off with you, Arav. Tell me, when did you start preparing for International Mathematics Olympiad and why Maths Olympiad?
So I started preparing in grade 8. The reason was because the mathematics that we learned in school, I was quite comfortable with it at the time, and I wanted to try to do harder problems because that would engage me in a lot of ways, and it would be a good use of my time, I felt. So that is why I started preparing for Math Olympiad, and math obviously was my favorite subject at that point as well.
Okay. Kanav, I would like to ask from you that, a lot of students are afraid of mathematics. Were you also afraid of mathematics in initial years, or you always used to love this subject? And when did you start preparing for IMO?
So I was never really scared. My father initially was very mathematically enthusiastic. My father also loved mathematics. So he would just teach me mathematics randomly, like while driving, he'd just teach me how to divide numbers or like add numbers on a car plate. So I was always pretty interested in doing math. And slowly that just kept on increasing. And I remember I actually started my Math Olympiad preparation in 7th grade. So it was COVID and I used to stay home the entire time. And so I could spend a lot more time actually doing harder problems and spending more time on math than usual. And that's when it all started. And that's when I felt wow, this is just amazing. I really enjoyed everything I did. And that's when it just continued.
I think it's a very important message that you are giving to parents also, that, parents can engage with students in a mathematical way at home. What about school? Archit, I would like to know from you, how did you prepare for IMO, and also what environment your school provided for it?
I think for me it's similar to them. Even both of my parents were also very interested in mathematics. They were also my father also has a lot of math books at home because he really enjoys math, and so growing up there were a lot of math books to read and learn from. And I think COVID was also something the starting point for when I really started doing a lot of mathematics, because all of a sudden school shut down, and then we were all just cooped up in home, and at that point I was solving a lot of math problems because there was a lot of time to kill, and I think that is when I started doing math. My school, I think I would say, has helped me in preparing for Math Olympiads by giving me time to balance at home. So maybe at home I can prepare a bit more, and maybe I can cut out on a few classes. But then of course I do study for them later, but maybe I'm not forced to attend every day. I think in that way the school has helped me a lot.
Okay.
In being able to
So tell me one thing, we are seeing a lot of students from CBSE now going for IMO, and every year a lot of students from India are going. So how do you suggest the curriculum has helped you? School curriculum right from early has helped you in preparing for Olympiads. Kanav, would you like to say anything?
Yeah, sure. So I feel the basic idea of how mathematics works, and that's really helpful. But Olympiads are very individually focused. Like almost everyone has a very different flavor on how to think about problems and how to just solve problems. So after a certain point, Olympiad just becomes very individually specific, and you just have to do problems the way you like. Like after a certain stage, I didn't really care about like actually spending like 8 hours doing mathematics. I would just pick a problem that I found interesting, I found attractive to solve, and that's what I'd solve. At a certain point, it just gets more on individually based rather than like covering a lot of syllabus.
Okay.
Although I do think that like the like NCERT books from like class 1 to class 12, like especially like 9, 10, 11, I think they're like useful to give you the like the amount of like ground information you need to like actually start preparing for.
Yeah.
mathematics. Like it's a good base.
Okay. Archit, you are going to Oxford now.
Yeah.
So congratulations for it.
Thank you.
And which courses do you want to do there?
I will be doing a double major in mathematics and computer science. Courses like maybe there's some like mandatory courses, but I'm thinking of exploring maybe like analytic number theory, and there's some courses on cryptography, and maybe I'll see that.
Oh, very good, very good. What about you, Arif? What are your dreams? What are your plans?
For now, I'm preparing for the like IIT JEE examination, which will happen in May 2026. Although as for which subjects I'm going to study, I'm not too sure about it. So I would like the flexibility to sort of explore each subject and see which thing interests me. And like for now, what I'm thinking is I would like to study either IIT Bombay or IIT Delhi.
Kanav, I would like to ask from you that there are a lot of students, especially in early years, once they start fearing mathematics, then it's very difficult for them to remove that fear. How do you think that we can have an environment in school and at home so that students are not fearing mathematics?
Right. So sometimes I feel people think of mathematics as kind of like an algorithm to solve a problem, rather than really understanding that the key idea of mathematics is that there are actually no formulas. That we don't have to memorize formulas, and like that's what some students I feel think. It's like they think there's 1,000 formulas in trigonometry and everything. But the key idea of mathematics is that there are actually no formulas. If you understand the point that I can just derive everything from the scratch, from just defining what a number is, I can just define so much. Like I don't need to memorize what a plus b plus c whole square is. I can derive it on my own. So once that feeling just comes in that I can just create mathematics on my own, and that just feels like you're just playing around with it, right? It feels very much more interesting that I can create things that I probably didn't think of just like a month ago. And that's when the interest really starts building up. So the fear becomes more of like an interest.
I think this is very important for our schools, our principals, teachers, and parents also, that create an environment both at home and in school that students they start doing mathematics in a way, by way of having activities or including mathematics in their everyday lives. Did you also have the same strategy? Like how did your family or your parents or your school teachers sowed the seeds of mathematics in your life?
I think like my parents were probably teaching me like simple maths like from a young age, like maybe like how to add numbers and things like that. So like that naturally like sort of kept me going. Like when I started attending school, and then like I was also like doing well on the math tests, and then that naturally made me want to learn more. So I think like in that way they were able to like create an environment which made me very interested in like doing more math.
Do you think we should have mathematics lab in every school, and how we can actually genuinely increase the love of mathematics in students? Anybody of you can like to answer?
I think that maybe in a lot of schools, what might happen is that there might be some sort of spoon feeding that happens, where a teacher like describes a sort of set of steps through which anything can be solved. But maybe if we can let the student discover on their own by just giving them hints or guidelines, that could potentially help a lot of students develop more of an interest in mathematics.
I think this is a very important lesson for all our teachers, that rather than giving step-by-step answers to the students, let them think on the problems that you give. And for parents and for students also, that you should not be just copying what is written on the board or try to just memorize the steps, rather than try to, as Kanav also said, that derive the formulas on your own, try to identify mathematics in your day-to-day life, and the more you delve into the subject, the more you start enjoying it. I would now like to ask all three of you, did you use AI in your preparation of Olympiad training or anywhere?
Not really, I don't think so.
Any one of you?
I think AI came like very late into our preparation. Like I don't know, maybe like children who are starting now will maybe start using it. But I mean, I'm not sure how useful it is. Like just
Is it? Do you think AI will be useful in such preparation or honing your skills in mathematics?
It could be, but I think it's more of a personal thing. Like I don't think that it'd be like if I'm looking back if AI had come at the very start of my preparation, I don't think it would have been much benefit to me. But it might be beneficial to someone. So it should depend from person
Okay,
to person.
so all three of you did not use AI at all in your training. Okay, now I would like to, ask that how, how do you apply for IMO? When can a child apply? And what are the steps involved in it?
Right.
So I think you start by registering for this exam called IOQM, Indian Olympiad Qualifier in Mathematics, which takes place in the month of September. So I think to be safe, I'm not sure about the timeline exactly, but to be safe, it is probably a good idea to register for this exam in by July at latest.
Is there any age limit for it?
Yes, you have to be at most in 12th class and at least in 8th class.
Okay.
And these Olympiads are conducted by HPCSE,
What is HPCSE?
Homi Bhabha Center for Science Education.
Okay.
It's in Mumbai and it's run by Government of India.
Okay.
So like IIQM is the first stage and then there are multiple more stages.
Okay.
So IIQM selects contestants regionally.
Okay.
It's like a computation contest, like 30 questions and 3 hours. And then the next thing is a regional mathematical Olympiad.
or the RMO.
Yeah.
And then that is like proof based. It'll have 6 problems and then 4.5 hours. And then like this basically selects a few students from every region. And then they're invited for like the INMO, like the Indian National Math Olympiad. And then that is like the same format, like 6 problems and then 4.5 hours. And then after that, like 60 students are selected roughly from all over India to like attend a camp at Chennai Mathematical Institute. Like that is where it's been run for the last 2 years. And then there you finally select like the team of 6 students that will represent like India at the INMO. So it's like
Okay. Does anyone of you have participated in any other Olympiad also apart from mathematics?
Yeah, I participated in the like informatics Olympiad. Like,
Okay. So what is the route and how was your journey in informatics Olympiad?
so informatics like sort of like started just around math. Like so like when I was like small, I was also like doing a lot of programming. Like maybe when I was like 4th or 5th grade. And so like when I started preparing for math Olympiads, I also found out that there was informatics Olympiads. So I decided to also give that a try. So that is like how I initially started into it. Like the route for it is the first exam is like the ZIU or the ZC, which is like the Zonal Informatics Olympiad and the Zonal Computing Olympiad. So these are like 2 exams that run in parallel, and then they select like students regionally. And like then there is the Indian National Olympiad in Informatics, which like again like it has like the students that perform well in the first 2 exams. And from here, like around 30 students are selected for again like a camp called the IOITC, which is like the analog for IMOTC, which is also held in Chennai Mathematical Institute. And then from there, like a team of 4 is selected to represent India.
It's really so heartening to know that our CBSE school students are making us proud at the international platform. Any teacher, and apart from your parents, whom would you like to give credits to, who has played an important role in your life in any subject? It's not necessarily mathematics, or whom you would like to say or pay gratitude to.
My sisters helped me a lot.
Your sisters helped you.
And school has been like really supportive, I think.
Okay.
Like we go for camps and we go in Chennai, so we can't attend school at that time.
Yeah.
They've been like extremely supportive. They
Okay.
take special classes at time just to like I can like finish the backlog. So
Okay.
school is just really thankful to school. And
Okay.
I would like to thank school as well because they have been supportive of all our interests regardless of what it is, and they always make time for students. And apart from that, there are various resource persons and organizers at HBCSE and even individuals who are not maybe associated with any organization who help organize all of these projects all the way from IUCAM to IMO. Some of whom I have met, and some of whom maybe who have contributed a lot which is not of my information, but I might not have met them. So I would like to thank all of these people because without them, it would not have been such a smooth journey.
Yeah, same for me. Like I would like to thank school and like all the trainers that are IMOTC camp.
No, I think all of you have really made us proud, and I really wish all the very best in your future endeavors. I'm sure you will make India proud wherever you go, whatever you do, and keep that spirit of inquiry alive in you. Thank you so much. Thank you
Thanks a
so
lot.
much.
Thanks a
Okay,
lot.
Thank
bye.
you.